Due to the abundance of events here in the hilly sides of Barangay 4, Chateau Negros Oriental, we surely will never forget about some useful yet slow process in our lives and in nature. We're talking about changes. So what are changes? Well, according to LiberText.com, change is happening all around us, all of the time, or most of the time. Just as chemists have classified elements and compounds, they have also classified these two types of changes. Changes are classified as either physical, or chemical changes. Chemists learn a lot about the nature of matter by studying the changes that matter can. Let us explore physical change. Physical changes are changes in which no bonds are broken or formed. This means that the same types of compounds or elements that were at the beginning of the change are there at the end of the change. Because the ending materials are the same thing as the beginning materials, the properties such as color, boiling point, or etc. will also be the same. Moving molecules around, but not changing them. Some types of physical changes include bending. Just like the explanation itself, bending only affects its physical formation. Next is melting. Unlike the example of physical changes in number 1, melting involves the change of state, which clearly states or changes from a solid to a liquid or a gas and vice versa. Thus only changes its state of matter. Look, ice. Number 3 of physical changes, we have cutting. Though it may sound too common, it is useful in our daily lives, especially up here in the open lands of Barangay 4, Chateau Negros Oriental. It involves a material, literally this dried up plant in this hilly portion, and a material or tool, which I have here, a heavy duty cutter. Now watch as I cut this thing. So this material is able to cut or simplify something via splitting it or cutting it. Lastly, the last example of physical change reliably common out here, even in your house or in nature, is freezing. It usually requires temperature to aid a substance to freeze in the desired point level. Now watch, I bought this frozen out of the chiller 5 minutes ago and now it's melting. And that'll be all for physical change. As we are done discussing physical change, let's talk about chemical change. So chemical changes occur when bonds are broken and or formed between molecules or atoms. So it changes in an atomic level. This means that one substance with a certain set of properties, such as melting point, color, taste, or etc., is turned into a different substance with different properties. Chemical changes are frequently harder to reverse than physical changes. Before we end our discussion, folks, let's talk about examples of chemical changes. So we have number 1, burning a single piece or lighting up a candle. So I'm just using a traditional matchstick here, folks. No worries, I will not start a fire. So cameraman, come quick. So the act of burning a candle actually results in the formation of new chemicals like carbon dioxide and water. But sadly, the wind blew off our fire present in the candle. 2 chemical changes. We have rotting. Look what we have here. A rotting fruit of a tree. So rotting usually is abundant in this region. In every place it is abundant. It happens usually when an organic fruit ripens too much, and this attracts bacteria and decomposes. So much for a cleaner. Okay. At number 3, we have digestion. Look at those goats as they eat their preferred meals. It usually goes down to their stomachs, thus resulting in digestion. So digestion usually involves the stomach breaking down the food in their stomachs. thus forming new byproducts like stool. Woo! What an exhausting discussion with you guys. Hope you learned something about changes in nature, either in our environment or in our lives. This is Miles, your host for today, signing out.